So I've been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and finally they showed up. Hey, what's up? If you're new here, my name is Kara. Welcome to my channel. If you love makeup as much as I do, then you are in the right place because I'm just obsessed with makeup. Like I said, I've been waiting for a while now for my order to come in from Milk Cosmetics. I ordered the 2 Gemini palettes, the Gemini 1 palette, which they just came back out with, and then the Gemini 2 palette, which is new, and I got both of them, and they finally came, and I'm super excited to show them to you guys. So for today's video, we're going to be trying both palettes out, seeing how they perform. I'm going to do a look with each palette on each eye, and we'll just see how they perform. Milk Cosmetics had released their new Gemini 2 palette, and then they brought back the Gemini 1 palette. Here are the palette boxes that they come in, and I am just in awe of these boxes. Like, the packaging, it is gorgeous. I honestly have no words because of how gorgeous this palette and packaging and the whole thing, just the whole thing, how gorgeous it is. Now, they do go for $58 each, but Milk Cosmetics on their website have a bundle deal. If you were to buy both, you're going to get both of them for $100. So you're kind of saving $8 a palette if you were to get both of them. And then here are the actual palettes. I absolutely love the flowers on both of them. I mean, the embossment, the flower parts are raised. I mean, these are just gorgeous, gorgeous packaging. And I don't know if you've noticed, and I don't know if all Milk Cosmetics palettes are like this, but these palettes are fairly heavy. I don't know why, because they're pretty thin. I mean, they're long, but they're pretty thin, but they're heavy. Like I said, they do go for $58 a piece. They have a 12-month shelf life, and they're made in the USA. So here's Gemini 1 palette. I love how it's like green and then the rosy flowers, and oh my goodness, I love it. And then here's the inside. It has some warm neutrals and cool olive tones. It's just a very beautiful, beautiful palette. And then here's Gemini 2. It's basically the same packaging type as Gemini 1, except for the colors. It's more of like a rosy mauve type color. And then here is the inside. It has a lot of rosy tones. It has some deep wines and mossy tones. Here they are side by side. The top one here is Gemini 1. The bottom is Gemini 2. You can see they are definitely different. They both have very different tones to them. So if you were to own one of them and are thinking like, should I get the other one? Is it different? It's definitely different. And I can say you're going to get a lot of different looks out of both of these. So instead of me rambling, let's do some swatches. So we're going to do Gemini 1 first. So here are the first 3 shades. So here are the swatches for the Gemini 1 palette. Now, I know the swatches aren't that great. The shimmer metallic type shades swatched beautifully. Some of the mattes swatched beautifully, but some of them didn't swatch that great. Like, for instance, like this one and this one. But you can't judge how an eyeshadow is going to react when it's swatched, because it's going to react differently when you apply it to your eyes as opposed to swatching it on your arm. Next, we're going to do the Gemini 2 palette, and I'm going to attempt to swatch it with my left hand. And then here are the swatches for the Gemini 2 palette. Here they are side by side as best as I could do, but you could see the tones are fairly different in the palettes. We're going to start off with using the Gemini 1 palette. I'm going to use this on my right eye, and then on my left eye we'll do the Gemini 2 palette. My eyes are already primed, so let me zoom you in and we'll get started. So for the Gemini 1 palette, I kind of want to stick to the greens over here. The first shade I'm going to go into is Mochi. And you want to make sure you tap off your brush, but there's not a lot of kickback, a little bit, but not a lot. And that is going to go in my crease. I am going to use this as my transition shade, and I want this shade to kind of peek through all the other shades. I'm also going to run that along my lower lash line. Then I'm going to go into Fire OG. That is going to go on my outer and inner corners and up into my crease. And I also am going to run that shade along my lower lash line as well. Now I am taking a smaller brush and using some of OG to just kind of connect the two sides together and just right above my lid. Back to my first brush with no product and just kind of blending over top of those shades. Now to deepen this up just a little more, I'm going to go into Leo, and that's going to go on the inner and outer corners as well. And I am going to put that, like I'm going to connect it across too. And then I do want to deepen this up just a little bit more. I'm going to go into Bonnie. I put only a little bit on my brush, and I'm just going to like place it on the very, very, very outer corner of my lid, and then the very, very, very inner corner of my lid. And then whatever's left over on the brush, I am going to take and connect it in the middle here, but very lightly. Now, I don't want this black to like take over the whole look, so I am going to go back into Leo, and I'm putting that over top of the black just to kind of diffuse it a little bit. I did take some more of that first shade Mochi, and I'm going to just kind of blend over top of these darker shades. Now I'm obviously going for like a dramatic look, and I want my lower lash line to be pretty dark as well, and you don't have to do this, but I'm taking the shade Leo, and I'm going to run that along the lower lash line, making sure it's connected to the top. Then I'm going back to my brush that I put the shade Bonnie on, and I'm not putting any more of it on, and I'm just going to take that brush and go right along my lash line at the bottom. So I'm going to go into the shade Goals with my finger. I'm putting that right in the middle of my lid where there is no shadow. You can cut your crease in the middle there with concealer if that's what you want to do, and you just do the same thing. So just put concealer or your eye primer or something like right in the middle to map it out, and then just go right in with your shimmer after that. So I'm gonna go do a liner and lashes, and I'll be right back to show you the finished look. Okay, I am back. Let me show you the finished look. So I actually really like this look. I think it came out super pretty. It looks super dramatic on camera. I promise, it's really not that dramatic in person. Yeah, so let's get into the Gemini 2 palette. And I'm gonna take the shade Sweetheart. And I am going to put that all over my crease. I actually decided I'm gonna do something a little different. I put some tape right here, and I'm gonna use that for my eye look today. Next shade I'm gonna go into is this shade right here. It's called Gemalis. I don't know, and I'm butchering that name, and I apologize. And that I am putting in my crease as well. I'm just keeping it lower than that first shade. Then I'm gonna go into LX Queen, and that's gonna go on my outer corner. Then I go back to that last brush I was using with no product, just to blend out that darker shade. Then I'm gonna take the shade Schmood, and I'm gonna put that on my lid where there is no shadow. I am taking a little bit more of LX Queen to put on the outer corner, just to kind of blend that shimmer into it. Let's take off the tape and reveal what the top looks like so we could do the lower lash line. That looks stunning. Oh my goodness. I think it looks so beautiful. So for the lower lash line, I'm going to start off with that Gemalis shade. I'm so sorry. I have no idea how to say it, and I know I'm butchering it because I know that's not how you say it. I am going to run that along the entire lower lash line, connecting it. I'm also going to put a little bit of that LX Queen, but just like right on the outer corner. All right, I'm going to go do liner and lashes. I'll show you the finished look, and then I'll give you my final thoughts on the palettes. All right, I am back, and here's an up-close look. These looks came out really nice, I think. They blended out amazingly. Compared to the swatches, I was like, I don't know how they're gonna work. I don't know how they're gonna blend, but they blended so good. And they're so pigmented, and the shimmers are beautiful. And what's really nice about these palettes is you can get very dramatic looks like I did, or you can get just a regular, nice, light, everyday look. I mean, you can get multiple looks with these palettes. They are great. For $58, I think it's absolutely worth it. The quality is there. My recommendation, get the palettes. If you can only afford one, spend the $58 and get one, but if you can get the $100, spend it on both of these because these are amazing. Mel Cosmetics did an amazing job with these palettes, and I'm so glad that I got them because I'm gonna have such a good time and so much fun playing with these palettes. So that's pretty much it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. I will link everything in the description box below. I'll link the palettes, I'll link them individually, and I will link it to the bundle that's together. I will also link everything that's on my face as usual, and I hope to see you all again soon.